My next question is for U.S. Ambassador to Japan, John Roos. Following the devastating 9.0 earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear crisis on March 11, 2011, Ambassador Roos led the American mission to support Japan's response to the multidimensional and unprecedented disasters. In his travels across 44 of Japan's 47 prefectures, he has also been instrumental in a now nationwide conversation on the role of innovation and entrepreneurship in Japan's economy. And he plays a leading role in advancing the discussions with Japan on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Prior to his appointment, Ambassador Roos served as Chief Executive Officer at Wilson, Sonsini, Goodrich, and Rosati, the leading law firm in the United States in the representation of technology, life science, and emerging growth companies. Ambassador Roos, I understand you've started a public-private partnership called the Tomodachi Initiative. Can you tell us about this initiative and how it got started?
Well, first of all, let me just thank all my fellow ambassadors for being here in Japan. Your presence has a major impact, as well as Deputy Secretary Nides. I look around this audience and see so many of you have become close friends in the last 2.5 years that I've been here. So I really don't need to spend time talking about the closeness of the relationship and the necessity between our government and all of you, as my fellow ambassadors have talked about. But the question deals with another important aspect of our work ahead, and Ambassador Kim touched upon this in his comments, and that is the fact that public diplomacy and being part of the community that we all live in has a major, major impact on each of our roles, our businesses, the role of government, and the American people. And I will tell you, I was just in the region, Tohoku, the last couple of days. I went to each of the 3 prefectures which were impacted by the events of March 11th. And I can't begin to tell you the impact that so many of you in this room and ACCJ as an organization had on the people of that region, and the impact that you have had not only through your charitable contributions, but through your commitment of time and resources. And I just want to thank you for all you have done in that regard. The Tomodachi Initiative builds upon what we all began in the days following March 11th. And that is an example of public-private partnership between the U.S. government, the private sector, and with the cooperation of the Japanese government. And already it has had a major impact through the leadership of many companies, GE, Coca-Cola, and many others that actually were rolling out a whole series of announcements probably next week. And the Tomodachi Initiative is basically designed to address 3 areas. Number 1 are educational exchanges that bring the people of Japan and the people of the United States, particularly the young people, closer together. Number 2, sports, music, and the arts. And for example, we've announced a partnership with Major League Baseball to help bring baseball back to the Tohoku region. Number 3, entrepreneurship, and we're going to be talking more about entrepreneurship in the panel later this afternoon. But that is another area where we are working with a number of companies to roll out an initiative to bring a focus of entrepreneurship to the Tohoku region. This all involves all of you and has a significant impact on the future of our relationship, which obviously impacts the future of the successes of our businesses. So we have an incredible business agenda with the leadership that ACCJ has shown through its growth strategy, through the internet economy, through obviously the work we're doing on TPP. But there's this whole other dimension to what we all do, not only here in Japan, but throughout the region, that is incredibly important and helps build our future. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We are, like the world is, optimistic and hopeful, I should say, about Myanmar continuing to progress. There's much distance yet to go. It'll be very important to see how these elections on April 1st proceed. There are reasons to be hopeful that in the course of the coming years, there'll be an opportunity for the United States to engage more directly than it has been, of course, in a position to engage in the past. So too the rest of the world. Myanmar has been an issue for the ASEANs. They also have had to deal with the failure to progress. There is quite a lot of energy being provided by the ASEANs in support of Myanmar at this juncture, constant trips that are going in there and trying to provide capacity. I think we have to wait and see just how far it will go. The United States has been responding in very direct ways when Myanmar has made changes. I think it's too early to say as to just what opportunities are finally going to emerge, but I can say that the United States is hopeful that there are going to be opportunities for American business to begin to engage in Myanmar, and we are very vigilant about when that will be. There are steps that will be taken in the near term, we hope, that will be something that will give us a chance to respond. And so I can only say that stay tuned.